Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Howell Allen, aka the owner of the yard. It's a beautiful face that you're looking at. What that means is I'm getting ready to test some new equipment. I figure it's about time to, get into the high definition league. Alright, so I've been checking out a few high definition cameras, and I decided that I'm gonna give this one a try. It's the Sony HXR MC2000. And what I like about this camera so far is that it's a tapeless camera. That means it's 100% digital. Right? There's no tapes. You don't have to worry about tapes and changing tapes and this and that, and it's a way to save money also. So if it works, then I'll be happy. Just for the fact that I don't have to worry about tapes. You can use in auto, and you can use in manual mode. Alright, from what I understand is that the auto mode, it's very intelligent, and in so much that they call it intelligent auto. And what the intelligent auto does is for example, it have a face recognition feature. That means once you point it on the subject, an individual, it's know where the person faces, and I guess it helps it to kind of adjust its exposure and everything, based on the face. Because the camera biggest challenge is to make sure that the face get the best exposure. Alright, so it have face recognition, and it also have smile recognition. That means once a person laugh or make a big smile, it automatically take a snapshot of that smile. And speaking about snapshot, this camera, as a video camera, it also have 7.1 megapixel camera, also still camera, so you can shoot very good still pictures with this camera. Now 7.1 megapixel, that okay, the big guys them use anywhere from 10 megapixel to 15 megapixel, and of course that it's changing and increasing very rapidly. But in general cases, the big guys between 10 and 15 megapixel. This camera has 7.1 megapixel, which is pretty good. You can get very professional pictures with a 7.1 megapixel. High definition is a very complicated word. It's not as simple as everyone may think, that you go out and you buy a high definition camera and bop, everything is crisp and everything is nice. It takes a combination of features to give you the professional image, the type of image that you probably are looking for. You understand? It's not just say, well, okay, you gotta pick up high definition camera. Now it takes a combination of the resolution and the chip, what type of chip your camera uses, and also the lens, a combination of that, and also the lighting to give you the best type of image. So you may want to look at what type of chip your camera uses also, in addition to the resolution. Now the camera I used before, which I still have, it's a 3CCD chip camcorder. It basically 3CCD chip is is the standard for professional cameras. You know, if you have a professional camera, it have 3 CCD chip. But in the past few years, they started to develop a lot of professional cameras with a CMOS chip, CMOS. And you know, from what I understand, the CMOS chip is similar to the CCD chip, except that the CMOS chip is easier to produce. That meaning you can get a high definition camera, you can get a camera that uses the CMOS chip for cheaper than you would get a camera that uses the CCD chip. You know, CMOS is easier to produce. So this camera now that I'm using, it actually uses the CMOS chip. Alright, so I'm getting ready to test it out. Right now, I'm gonna test it out today with one light, and there's an on-camera light, and the NRG model, right? And it's adjustable light. It adjusts from 50 to 200 watt. So right now there's no light on the model right now, except you know a little weak roof light. So that's really the only light on inside the studio right now. So in a little while I'm gonna put on the on-camera light, and we're just gonna see how much better, how much brighter, how much better the image looks, or the model looks. All right. And most of you know that, like, you know, if we're going to, if you're taping party, you know, it's kind of a different thing. But when you're going to, like, if you say we shoot a music video or whatever, then you're gonna need extra light, you know, which I do have 2 extra light, but I'm gonna save those for another testing. Today I'm gonna just test it with the NRG light, because I'm really looking for the worst case scenario. Alright, to see, well, okay, is this thing gonna hurt my money? So that's what I'm doing. So I'm not gonna even, you know, stress it as far as, well, okay, put a whole bunch of light in and see how better it's gonna look. I wanna see, I really wanna see how well it do. You know, my first thing is to see how this thing performs in a low light situation. And this is what you're looking at right now. That's the low light situation. Alright. Before I put the light on, I just want to let you know, right? You know, alright, this camera is a 1080 camera. Alright, and the 1080 means the resolution. You know, it's very complicated, but I'm gonna, you know, to simplify it as much as I can. It's the resolution will be the size of the image. That's the size. That's kind of the new standard for high definition. You know, like the camera I had before, it's a 720. All right, so it's a 720 by 480 resolution camera. But the problem is most of the television now are large, big screen. You understand? So if you shoot something in 720, in most cases, you know, you put it on a regular one of these modern television, they're gonna look weak, and you know, it's not gonna look good. It's not gonna look sharp, and so on and so forth. So the high definition now, pretty much, is you can shoot at a bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? So instead of shooting at a 720 resolution size, then this you can shoot at a 1080. As a matter of fact, it's 1080 by 19. The highest it goes is 1080 by 1920 or something like that. All right. So the resolution in simplified term, way oversimplified term, is the size of the image. You understand? So you know, with high resolution camera, you can take the image at a bigger size. You understand? And but in most cases, if you're gonna put it, if you're taping for a DVD, you understand, then the image, you're gonna have to bring down the size. Once you're exporting the DVD, then you're gonna bring the size back down to 720. You understand? But the good thing about that is, if you start with a big image, and you have to downgrade the size, then the smaller the smaller you make the image, the better the image look, the better the quality. You understand? So if you shoot something at a 1080 and you bring it to DVD, you understand? However it look on a 1080 screen, once you bring it down to DVD, you're gonna look more sharper, because you bring down the size. Alright, so now I'm about to turn on the light. Alright, so I'm gonna turn it on. When the light first come on, it's gonna be at 50 watt. Right, as a beautiful model getting ready to adjust to the light camera action. Okay, so that's a 50. That's a 50 watt. You understand? Looks pretty good. It's pretty good. Now I'm gonna bring it up to. So I'll bring it up. Which is not bad. Not bad. Let me zoom in a little bit. Looks pretty good. I think it seemed like it giving me a little bit too much red. So I probably had some kind of adjustment there with the camera. So it gave me a bit too much red compared to what I'm looking at on the camera monitor, the LCD monitor. Alright, and from what I understand, the LCD monitor and this thing's supposed to be pretty accurate. Now I didn't get a chance to really test out the manual features, but I'm gonna save that for a next testing. When I'm gonna be able to, when I will use some additional light and kind of like balance things out a little bit more better. So everyone, catch the white balance. I haven't done any white balance on it because I'm using the intelligent auto feature, which they say the camera pretty much, once intelligent auto, the camera would make the proper adjustment based on the image that it's looking at. Alright, so once again, my name is Howell Allen, aka Mr. Owner from Backyard Television. I'm the producer of Backyard Television. Right, backyardtv.net. Feel free to send me your comments. You can send me email. You can go to website. You can email hwponline@yahoo.com. You can send me an email and tell me what you think about my new piece of equipment here. The high resolution 1080 resolution camera. And you can also tell me what you think about the beautiful model, First Lady.